Hello, I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star. I'm so happy that you're here with me. It's a gorgeous, beautiful Tuesday, August 27th, and it's still 2024. I'm going to start this very short clip because it's something I forgot to add with this last clip I created to give you a gift from Mother Divine, and I forgot to say this important tip. So let me do the opening prayers first, like I always do. They're in Sanskrit and Telugu, and it's to bless and protect, purify, and uplift you, me, and this clip. It's the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. Om, Om, Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshvaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmahi Sri Guru Vena Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnu, Sishivarnam Chatubhujam, Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vigno Prashantaye. Om Bhur Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachotayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Wonderful. Well, here's something important that I needed to put in, because whenever I give any mantras to chant or any type of meditation, I need to let all of you know this who don't know it, because it's quite important. The earth has a very strong magnetism. The earth is always pulling, 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 pulling. That's like why if you hear people talking about grounding and they say stay with your bare feet on the earth, and it's it's pulling out, it's pulling things out from there are chakras right in the middle of both of your feet. They're very important chakras. Well, I want to say something a little bit opposite here. If you're doing, like I'm giving some very powerful sacred mantras that are in Sanskrit and Telugu, and when you say them, you're actually charging your soul and every aspect of yourself. So you want to keep that charge. And my point is, like in my home, I never wear shoes. No street shoes are allowed. And whether you wear shoes in your home or not, or whether you're in your office, a workspace, a yoga studio, doesn't matter if you're on a one-story building or on top of a high rise, the earth's magnetism is always pulling, 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 pulling. So what that translates to is, if you're chanting, like I recently gave a very short, powerful mantra, and you can look at it on my clip, whether it's on my YouTube channel, which is called It's the Dazzling of the Light, or you can just go to YouTube and type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star to access that clip and all of my clips and videos and audios and everything there. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think you will too. On TikTok, my username is at StarshineStar909, and the name of my TikTok channel is Mahakali Yeshua 9. So anyway, I just recently, I made a clip on Friday, but it wouldn't load on TikTok, so I just loaded it yesterday successfully. I was so happy, because it really is a gift to whomever hears it. It's a gift from Mother Divine for your use, and to share it. Try it, you'll see the fruits of it, and then you'll want to share it. But always when you share anything, I ask that you also give the proper instructions that I've given, whether, to how to say it, how to pronounce it, etc., as well as this important tip. So because the earth is always pulling, pulling, pulling with its magnetism, you don't want to say any mantra or even do a meditation, whether it's silent or aloud. And like I said, it doesn't matter what you're in. If you're in a yoga studio, if you're in your home, if you're in a workspace, if you're in any environment, you need to have like a mat underneath you to cut that magnetism. It can be like a yoga mat. If you don't have that, it could be like a large towel or a blanket. Whatever you do, you want to be sure whether you're sitting up or whether you're lying down, or whether you're sitting in a chair and the soles of your feet are flat on the ground, If you're barefoot, you don't want to have in any environment, unless it's a very specifically a sacred temple or a sacred power spot on the earth. If you're in like a true identified power spot on the earth, then you always want to be barefoot, because you're sucking up that energy through the soles of your feet, through those chakras, and you're charging yourself. But anyway, so when you're doing meditation, always have, whether you're sitting in a chair, put a towel underneath your feet, put if you're barefoot, a cushion underneath your feet, a yoga mat, a blanket, whatever. If you're laying down, stretch the large towel or blanket out so that your entire body is laying on that, and nothing is, even if you have a carpet and that, you know, a wall-to-wall carpet, and you even have area rugs on top of that, it doesn't matter. You still need like a yoga mat, a towel, a blanket underneath you when you're meditating, whether you're meditating silently or whether you're chanting bijaksharas and mantras aloud or silently. So in all the cases above, it's really important. Why? Because when you're taking the time to meditate, when you're accessing Mother, Father, God, when you're also charging holy sacred seed words called bijaksharas or bijas that are in these Telugu and Sanskrit mantras I've given, mantras and seed words that Mother Divine uses to create all worlds, all universes, all of creation, you want to be keeping that energy with you. And you're working so hard to do it. Let's say you're doing it every day. You don't want to just let it evaporate. So when you use sitting on a cushion, or, you know, like all the things I've mentioned, what you're doing is you're not allowing the earth's magnetism just to suck that energy that you've just accrued out of you like a vacuum. You're keeping it in your body, you're keeping it in your soul, you're keeping it in your emotional body, you're keeping it in your mental body, you're keeping it, and you want to keep it. So that's an important tip. And I'm going to do, maybe not on this clip, but I really want to, I know they seem long and they might seem hard, you know, the three opening mantras that I do and then the closing mantra that I do. But when you get more used to it, or you have more desire to do it, it's really good, even if you're doing a very short mantra, to always begin with the three opening prayers, the Guru mantra, the Ganesha mantra, and the Gayatri mantra, and then to do the very short closing prayer where I say, God bless all beings in all worlds. That really protects you from everything, and it also, so you can open up fully to the whole creation, and you don't have to worry. You don't have to think, I'm vulnerable, I'm opening myself up to what? No, you're totally protected, and you're also being helped and releasing any negative karmas or anything that's coming up. Like if you're, lots of times when we meditate or we chant, you know, in the beginning when we start doing this practice, I know I did, we feel a lot of emotions come up, like deep sadness or grief or strong anger or like really frustration. We can start gritting our teeth and say, hey, what's going on? I'm supposed to be doing like a holy practice here. Why am I feeling so upset? It's because these things are rising up out of you. Like carbonated bubbles in a glass of carbonated water. They're rising and rising and rising to be cleaned out, to be scooped out, okay, to be released. But that's why I say, you know, healing isn't always a pretty process. It can be pretty rough. It's very worthy, but true healing is soul healing, and that's not a superficial thing. So I hope it's clear. If anything I've said is unclear, please leave a question for me in the comments. And when I am able to, I will answer you as promptly as I'm able to. Because sometimes, no matter what my intent, when I make these audio recordings and then I listen to them before I post them, I laugh. Sometimes I say funny things or like a gurgled word or really a mistake in my sentence. And I'm like, how did I say that? So if I've done that, and something's unclear or you have a question, I'm happy to answer your questions. So I'm going to close with the closing prayer. And if you like this, please remember to like and share and subscribe and heart it if you're on TikTok, or hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube and join my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you, and thank you for doing that. I'm going to close with the closing prayer. It's in Sanskrit and Telugu, and what I'm saying is, God bless all beings in all worlds. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Yes, peace, peace, peace. It all begins with inner peace, with creating our inner heaven inside of us. And then we pull that matching vibration and frequency from what we term as outside of us. With more and more practice, we do it more and more. It's very beautiful. God bless you and yours. I'm sending huge love and hugs to you and yours. I will see you when I see you, and bye-bye for now.